You're listening to Thrive Talking, the Making Men Great Again podcast. Welcome back for another episode of providing men with the encouragement, motivation, content and community to thrive and achieve greatness in each and every aspect of life, in health and wellness, relationships, careers and business. As a father, son, husband, brother, friend and neighbour. Are you ready to become the man you were born to be? Join the brotherhood and become brethren today. I'm your host, Tommy, and as always, I'm joined by my close friend, faithful companion, compadre, hombre, noble steed, editor, brother, and of course, your co-host, the original monster of Maris Bridge, the guru of Garswood, Sam. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm all right, mate. It's another rousing introduction. Do you know what I enjoy the most about your introductions? Is how the words are getting more and more to describe me, and I don't know at what point it's gonna be an endless list. So enjoy it.
The full episode will just be me introducing you.
2 hours of description words. We're going to have to flip it at some point, and I'm going to have to describe you. Because it can't just be all about me, can it? But yeah, how are you doing, mate? Are you thriving?
I certainly am, and we're back. We're back for another episode, which is always always exciting, and it's just the two of us.
Mm.
Following last week's conversation with Oliver Sweeney, which was good, but back to basics today.
It is, isn't it? And because it was our first guest, we did have a few technical difficulties, didn't we? Because we're all in different places. You know, we do this over basically an internet connection, don't we? So.
Yeah.
You know, internets go up and down. Everyone's got a different style of mic, but it was fun. The conversation was incredible with Mr. Sweeney himself.
And you
go on.
You did a good job with the editing. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it took me a while, but I got there.
It's hard to know that it was as bad as it actually was, listening back to the actual episode that's been uploaded. So good job with that, my friend.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it, because we're doing this real time. We can see each other, and glitches do happen, but they don't always come out on the recording, which is fantastic. And to everyone listening, you won't notice a difference. It's just little niggles behind the scenes, isn't it? We like to, because we want to get it right, don't we? We want it to be clear, and we want the content to be smooth and good. So we'll keep going.
We certainly will. Sam, as always, I've got to ask you, brother, have you been saying your prayers, taking your vitamins and doing your training?
I have, mate, as every week. The prayers is gratitude, but the training, the vitamins, yeah, keeping it sound, mate, keeping it solid. Do you know what? Since the passing of Hulk Hogan, I know I keep talking about him, but it was a bit of a hero. I do watch a lot of old clips of his wrestling matches.
Yeah,
and it's properly inspiring. You know, the way he was and the way he what's the word? The way he conducted himself. It was just this massive character. You know, he didn't do a lot in the ring, in the wrestling square, whatever ring it is. But he was just such a big character, and the way he got the audiences going, and I just thought it's brilliant, and it is very inspiring. It's very inspiring, and it does make me want to push myself on as a person. So that's good.
Yeah, no, good. You'll have to fire some clips over on YouTube, Sam, and
yeah,
let me roll back the years, and
it's good. It's really good.
Nostalgic. Most importantly, are you thriving?
Do you know what? I think I can probably, as of now, say yes, I am, as it stands. Um, this week, the past week, sorry, and the weekend has been brilliant, to be honest. As you know, we've had a bit of an heat wave over here in England. We're talking touching 30 degrees, even up there where you were. It's been
Certainly,
warm, hasn't it?
certainly has.
It's well known to be freezing up in Northumberland most of the time from the North Sea. But I mean, even you've had it warm, so and it just makes everything better, doesn't it? You get that vitamin D, like I've said in the past episodes. You get fresh air and vitamin D, and you're on that ground, wherever you are, the beach, the park,
Yeah,
just your
yeah.
garden. It just makes you feel good. So yeah, I am indeed.
There's not many better feelings than that warming sunshine on
Yeah.
your back, on your skin. Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, that's good. No, it's good. It's good to hear,
Yeah.
Sam. Anything you've been up to in particular?
Um. So, not to go into too much detail, but me and my son went away for 4 or 5 days,
And that
and we went
connecting.
exactly. It was a lot of the pillars, to be honest, but more so the connect and play, because he's 6 years old, and all
Tremendous.
kids want to do is play. Up on that North Yorkshire coastline, weather was beautiful. Literally playing every day from waking up to going to bed. Everything's a game with a little kid, and you've got to keep them entertained. But you're playing yourself, aren't you? It is mainly about them, but it's also how you interact and how you get involved as well.
Yeah.
You know, and we mentioned about on the play episode about just simply playing catch. The amount
Yeah.
of games of catch I've had over that
Fantastic.
weekend was ridiculous. It was just a constant game of catch on the beach all the time, and it's
Nothing wrong
brilliant.
with that.
No, I know, yeah.
One
So
of my favourite pastimes.
it's brilliant, especially with your son as well.
Mm.
You'll get there, mate, once he's catching balls.
Yeah, he's not. He's doing a lot of throwing, but he's not quite at the catching
Yeah,
stage yet.
it's fun. It's funny trying to watch him catching it.
Yeah.
Coordination's just not there at
Yeah.
all. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm thriving, Sam. Likewise, I've just been lapping up this tremendous weather that we've had, as you've touched on there, and getting plenty of sunshine. Give my back lawn the first cut since the turf was relayed, and had the weather for it. Had the top off. Was getting the sun on the skin, through the eyes, getting grounded at the same time. Yeah, it was just tremendous. And then just
Through the eyes, on the face, on the skin.
absolutely, brother,
Straight
absolutely. And getting the bare feet connected, grounded, and anchored into the earth. But lots of connect, like yourself, Sam. More than anything else this past week, been a lot of connect.
Yeah.
Had a great day yesterday with the missus and the lad, and then we've just been out this evening actually and done a bit of foraging, collecting some berries, which is always one of my favourite pastimes.
Yeah, I love that.
And I'd actually categorise that as play as well, really, because it is actually good fun, especially to an 18-month-old boy. He finds it very exciting picking berries and eating the odd one and then throwing the others in a bag.
It is a game, isn't it, really? If you think
Yeah,
about it.
It is. It's great.
The game of finding.
Yeah. And the challenge as well, Sam. We're getting them all in there.
Yeah, there you go. We practice what we preach.
We certainly do. And then the other thing to add is I've managed to have a bit of a sort out in the garage, and I've assembled my pull-up bar and dip station, and that's been getting a bit of use this week. Just getting the body weight movements in, pull-ups, dips, press-ups, and yeah, really, really feeling the benefits of that.
Very good. It's good. You need to keep moving, don't you? If you've not got a gym or accessible to you and you are into that kind of strength and fitness, then a simple pull-up bar, dip bar.
Mm.
There's so many things you can do on that. You see them everywhere, don't you? Just on like random playgrounds and parks, and you can just dip on. You can dip and pull up on anything. Brilliant. But
Exactly.
when it's in your garage, it's even better, isn't it?
It,
Nice and
it's been a,
convenient.
it's been a game changer for me. I've touched on in previous episodes. I have been missing that aspect, like the weight training, and it's just given me a little bit of that back rather than just doing press ups and bodyweight squats in the house. But
Yeah.
the next steps now is just to add a few more pieces of kit to complement that. Maybe a squat rack and a bench, and I'll be quite happy with that.
Yeah. A squat rack is a cracking bit of kit, not just for squatting, but as you know, everything in it. You've got the
Shoulder
whole,
pressing, benching,
literally, yeah. You can do
yeah.
so much. It's a good investment in it for yourself.
But
Keep yourself
it's
going.
definitely, and it like Sam. I've not got a gym around the corner anymore, and just with how busy life is, I wouldn't be able to justify just going having a couple of hours in the gym on my own sort of thing. So the idea for me is I just get up a little bit earlier and get a workout, and it's amazing, like the quality of workout you can get in just with a pull-up bar and a dip station.
Oh yeah.
You don't need all this fancy equipment and all these different machines and whatnot. You can really get a good workout in and really build your physique just doing bodyweight training with something like that.
Mm. It's true. It was like when I went to Mallorca recently. Every day, part of the routine there was to go to the little calisthenics park,
Yeah.
and it was just a load of bars, a couple of dip bars, and a rope, and that was it. But you can spend half an hour there, and you'll come away from it feeling all pumped and everything, and that's the idea. It's not difficult, is it, at all?
No.
And
No.
anyone can do that. If you don't want to start with paying for a gym and then you don't like being in front of people,
And
get yourself a pull-up bar.
on that, Sam, you've just reminded me actually, and it's on the shopping list. So I might pull the trigger this week. I'm looking at getting a skipping rope.
Yeah, why not?
Is it something you've ever given a whirl?
I can't say I have, to be honest, Tommy. I've never experienced it. I feel like my coordination's not quite there for a skipping rope.
Well,
it's something you get to, innit? You'll get there.
A good way to improve your coordination, one might argue. But I remember my brother had a Gold's Gym skipping rope. I'm sure he'll still have it somewhere. And then one of the other friends, Dean, he's got a couple, and he's recommended me one actually. But great for your fitness, building your calves, ankle and toe strength. And I think we mentioned grip previously being one of like the key things that they measure grip strength for longevity, but they also do it with big toe strength as well.
Big toe.
Yeah. Like apparently, it's one of the best ways to measure longevity. Yeah.
It's not something I've ever divulged in, but yeah, it's worth a go, isn't it?
Get some little toe dumbbells, build that strength up.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, fair play, mate.
And fortunately, I am blessed, and the garden's big enough to be able to implement a little bit of sprint training as well. I'm nursing a bit of a knee complaint at the minute, but once that's cleared up, I intend on getting some sprinting done, and then hopefully get down to the beach as well and get some sprinting done there. I do enjoy that.
You're not eating enough eggs, are you?
I'm eating too many eggs, if anything, mate. Shell on.
Shell on?
Shell on.
Just put just the whole thing in mouth.
Like the infamous clip of Big Lenny.
Yeah.
Just sneaking one in mid-session.
And you know what, listeners? it sounds daft to eat an egg with the shell, just popping the whole thing in. But there's actual research on shell membrane, isn't there? How it's good for you in a way. I can't remember what, but there is something behind it, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And
Is it collagen? Has it got some collagen in it or something? I can't remember.
it's
Something like that.
type 1 collagen.
Yeah, something like that.
And
But
it's got, yeah.
it's not something that's very nice. You might as well just cook the bloody thing instead. So
Well, a good way to sort of, and it's something I've done actually, Sam. I mean, you've got to be careful with your eggs. You do want something that's sort of preferably organic or firm fresh, where the chickens have got good living conditions and the eggs are clean. But a good way to get one in, if you want to include the eggshell, is just stick it in like a blender and Nutribullet it and put it in
yeah.
some, make a bit of a milkshake. Because obviously it's not going to be, you're not crunching through shell then, it just turns to liquid basically. And I remember, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger did a video once on his post-workout shake, and it's just milk, like a banana and a couple of whole eggs, including the shell, and he just blends it up and drinks it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to try it myself, but it's a good idea. I like cooking them with a bit of salt and pepper. Much easier to digest.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was just meaning if you wanted to get the benefits of the eggshell membrane in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can cook your eggs and save the shells, and then blend them up and put a few teaspoons in your shake or whatever, you know.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, I've seen it used to put on plants to make them grow better as well.
Yeah,
It's got to be good, hasn't it?
My dad's done that for years.
Yeah.
Buckets full of eggshells, banana peels, any sort, and then just blends it all up and puts it on the plants. Works a treat.
That's it.
Anyway, Sam.
Right, mate.
Today's episode is entitled "Good Morning," and we're going to be discussing what makes a morning good, the different routines, rituals, and regimes to get your day off to the best possible start and send you well on your way to thriving and achieving greatness.
Interesting. I think.
You're looking forward to this one?
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's quite. Seems like a good one, to be honest, because everyone wakes up, don't they? So, it's what you do in that time that you wake up that sets you off whether you're going to have a good or bad day.
Absolutely.
I guess that's the crux of it, isn't it? And I guess everyone wants to wake up and seize the day, don't we? We don't want to be, unless you've had a terrible night's sleep. But that's another episode in it on the good night.
Well, it is, and I was just going to say that, like, some people do say, and it's absolutely right, that a good morning routine starts the night before. But we will come on to that in a future episode. And likewise, a good nighttime routine starts in the morning. It is circular, but yeah, it's an interesting one. This, I've been looking forward to it very much. So I think it's Tim Ferriss. I don't know if you've ever listened to his podcast, but it's something that he asks every guest who's on. His podcast is what's the morning routine, and you get a lot of these influencers doing the YouTube videos, don't you? Of what the morning routine is. But one went viral quite recently, actually. I don't know if you saw it, Sam, but it triggered quite a lot of people, and there was a lot of parodies filmed off the back of it, because he was like, wake up at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
puts his face in a bowl of ice with lemon and lime cut up in it, and then he brushes his teeth. He puts cream on his face. It was just the most ridiculous, like unrealistic morning routine ever.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, Jesus Christ. Anything will go viral these days, won't it?
But yeah, there was quite a lot of fun poked at it. But it is important that we talk about sort of the morning routine and how to get it right, because you've just hit the nail on the head there, Sam. It's how you start your day. Is it going to be? It's the old saying, isn't it? You got out of bed on the wrong side this morning,
Yeah.
and how can you avoid that and make sure that you're setting yourself up to have the most successful day you possibly can?
Mm. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. But as always, first orders of business, the
Oh,
Brethren Bulletin.
yeah.
Do we have any updates, Thomas? Hit me with it.
We certainly do, Sam. There's some good stuff happening as always at Thrive Talking HQ. We've had a couple more 5-star reviews coming in on the
Very
old
good.
Spotify.
It's what we want, people.
Yeah, it's onwards and upwards, and it all helps towards growing the movement and getting more listeners and more people joining the movement. We've also got the listens are going up on YouTube, I've noticed, and we've got a couple more subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit
good.
slow because it's something we only started using a little bit later on, isn't it? But by popular demand, I should say, people were requesting that the content goes on YouTube because that's some people's preferred platform. So that's growing.
Yeah.
We've had some good feedback from the previous episode, the conversation with Oliver Sweeney. A couple of listeners got in touch and said they enjoyed the dynamic of having a guest on and how it offered a different perspective. Some people enjoyed listening a little bit of Sweeney's background and sort of his arc from having a good childhood to then getting into a bit of mischief and some difficulties and testing times to sort of overcoming them, and then
Yeah.
getting to where he is today and succeeding and finding success in business and in life and health and fitness. So yeah, there's been some really good stuff coming in. We continue to develop plans for future episodes and stuff away from the podcast itself. I know you've been busy at work again with those shorts and reels that are going on TikTok and YouTube to help grow the audience and provide content to people who don't want to listen to a podcast but still want to benefit from the information we're sharing. So that's fantastic. Has anything come across your desk, Sam?
I've just had feedback from the last episode with Oliver Sweeney, particularly from family members who actually know him. So,
All right.
because he's been a friend of mine for a very long time. So our families meet, and they just said how good it is that he sort of changed his life in many ways, from being quite a naughty kid to this thriving businessman, and they were really impressed in that, which I imagine a lot of people would be, really, because it's quite a journey. It's not exactly rags to riches, but it's just it's brilliant how you can be so far one way and then come another, and it's inspiring, definitely inspiring to me and other people as well.
It is inspirational. I thought when we first spoke about getting guests on, I think we both thought that he was a natural choice because not only is he a mutual friend, you've been, I think you went through school together, didn't you? You've been friends
We did, yeah.
for a long time. I've known him and been friends with him for 15, 16 years myself as well. So we've seen that development ourselves, and like it is inspirational for people who might be listening in who are experiencing difficult times themselves at the moment. They might be in a difficult season in their life. They might have got themselves into a little bit of trouble. but it goes back to that sort of, it is just a season, it will pass, and there's still chapters of your story to be written. So it's not over. A bit of perseverance and self-awareness, you can really turn it around. And Sweden is a fine example of that. So it was great having him on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree with everything you've just said there. It's good. It is inspiring, even though he's just a normal guy, normal bloke, working class. It's good because we're too like stuck in this social media influencer world, and we think these influencers. They're not really influencers, are they? Some people are, but others are just like half decent looking people who've got themselves on TV and they're now selling crap.
Yeah.
And people are buying it. You know what I mean? That's not influencing to me. Influence is someone who's built something up from nothing, who's been a good person, has been kind and loyal and honest. That's an influencer, I'd say.
Yeah, I completely agree, Sam. A lot of these influencers are influencing people to make bad decisions and bad choices.
Yeah.
And not be decent. And I couldn't have said it better myself. We need more people who've got a good story, who are a good example to be a positive influence on people. So,
yeah.
Anything else? Anything else, Sam?
Nothing, unfortunately, mate. Nothing else other than that. Just the 5-star reviews.
What about the listeners in Mongolia?
Yeah, there's a few been in touch, to be honest. They sent me a smoke signal that I picked up the other day, just saying how they're enjoying it. So
there's an artist's impression of the Mongolians listening in, isn't there? Circulating online.
There is. I need to get that put on our social media, don't I?
Absolutely.
Because it's there now. It's proof that they're listening in Mongolia. So we're gonna have to take the podcast to Mongolia, to the people one day.
That would be something special, wouldn't it?
It would. I can't wait. But there you go.
So I have noticed as well, so I'm sorry there, that we've had a comment from Seb on Spotify as well, just saying that he's completely behind the movement and he thinks that men need to be better and step up to the plate. So keep it up, which is nice to see.
That's good. We want more of that, more encouragement. And if you don't like it, then also tell us why.
As the person who left the 4-star review shown themselves yet, Sam? Have they made themselves known to the movement?
I don't believe they have. through fear of backlash. But we're not going to do anything. We just want to know why. That's all.
To be fair, it's still a very positive review, isn't it? But
yeah, it's 4 stars, isn't it? It's not 1.
Yeah,
it's 4.
Yeah.
So we got to take the positives out of it.
I'll take anything 3 and up.
Yeah, it's true. This is true.
No. So Sam, before we get into the bones of the episode, it's time for Sam's Whinge of the Week. So buckle up, gents, hold on tight, prepare to be triggered. It's Sam's Whinge. No one's safe at this point.
Nobody's safe. Now, I feel like this is going to trigger some people, like most do, but this week's Whinge of the Week is about turkey teeth, Tommy. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Now, this has become a thing, so much so that it's called turkey teeth, because people are going to Turkey to get these bright white things in the mouth. I'll call them things. They're not even teeth. And I understand if the only reason I see of getting something like this done that looks so ridiculous is if you've been in an accident or something and you've had your teeth knocked out and you've no other choice, really. Or if you've been hit in the mouth, you've been fighting anything like that, and you need to replace your teeth. That's the only reason I can see now. We see it on social media influencers. They've got these massive, great big white smiles, and it just looks so it just looks so stupid, especially when it's sort of like it's the first thing you see when you see these people. It sort of sticks out the mouth, like I just it just makes me feel a bit weird. And I was just looking on social media the other day, and it's like it seems a very specific type of person who gets this work done. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no. It's one of them, Tommy, innit? It's like another little trend that's come about that seems to be carrying on, and various other cosmetic procedures that are just awful. But that's for another time.
Save them for a future whinge, though.
That's another whinge. So, yeah, I just think it's just a bit stupid, and I feel like just look after your teeth instead of feeling like you need to get these fake white nonsense in your mouth. Just look after your teeth, brush your teeth, don't eat sugar or reduce sugar. Because personally, I think a natural set of teeth is much better than these gleaming things in your mouth.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, and I totally agree with what you've just said. Like, there might be a very specific reason that someone needs a procedure and needs a new set of teeth, but what blows the mind is most of these people had a perfectly decent set of teeth to begin with, natural. Mm-hmm. I know a couple of personal examples myself of people who've actually had nice teeth, but because they felt that pressure to conform to, what society's, what's trending in society at the minute, or what the friends are doing, or what these influencers are doing, they've just gone and done it anyway. It's just absolutely stupid, and I wish they could realise how stupid they look. Like, it's nice to have a nice bright smile and nice clean white teeth, but your teeth aren't meant to be that white. They're not supposed to be.
And big, because they become big, don't they? You know what I mean? It's a lot of people, reality TV stars that they get their teeth whitened and whatever. My concern is where they are literally replacing their own teeth with these. I don't know what they are. I'm not really sure. And the process of having their own teeth filed down to nothing, as humans, we want to keep all our own bones in our body for as long as we can, including your teeth. So why would you do that to yourself? Why would you willingly have all your teeth shaved down just to get something put over the top? It makes no sense to me, Tommy, at all. And if anyone wants to come on and tell me why they've done it, or they want to be positive about it and say that they did it for this reason, or what, please come on, tell me, we'll debate it. But it is what it is, mate. It's not my favourite thing to look at on men, on women. So yeah, that's it, mate.
Do you know what? When you think about it as well, it's sad more than anything else that someone feels like they need to change their appearance to please others or to conform, because, and it's also insulting to your parents, to your sort of your ancestry, because that's been, in my opinion, it's God given. You've been made to look that way. You were created that way, and you inherit those genes from your parents. So you're sort of insulting your your parents, you're putting a stain on your ancestral line, and you're editing your appearance to please others because of social media. And like I say, you can understand if someone's had an accident, or they've got something wrong and it's for health reasons, but just deforming yourself, it's
it's mad.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I
It
can't
is.
get my head around it.
You've said it there. It's deforming yourself in it. But these people, they think they're making it themselves look better, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really. That the only person what probably thinks it looks better is the person who's having it done and the dentist who's performed it for you, because they're not going to say it looks bad, are they? Once they've done that for you,
you're filling their pockets full of money. So
yeah,
I think
exactly. But yeah,
just one final thought on that for me, Sam, is, and I feel this way about people who try and sort of dye their hair if they're going grey or something, or perhaps for a future whinge, but just sort of be just be graceful and just accept who you are. And if people don't like your appearance or your teeth aren't as white as all your mates on social media because they've all got these turkey teeth, then just
let it be.
Just
be who you are, not someone else, not who someone else wants you to be or what you think you should be.
Exactly. Don't be a cookie cutter.
Yes, no cookie cutters.
Brilliant, Sam. Right. No, it's a good whinge, mate. I'm totally with you there.
Love it, mate. So, here we go, mate. Good morning, Mongolia. Are you ready? Time for the meat and gravy, my friend. So, yes. Tommy, let us know. Get straight into it.
Knife for this one.
Just taking a break from the episode for a moment there, as we are proud to announce that once again, this episode is brought to you by our brothers at Honourbound. Honourbound is a brand new clothing brand, homegrown in Lancashire, England, which combines style, elegance, and patriotism beautifully to offer a range of high-quality garments and designs that celebrate Britain's strength, class, and might. As I record this advert, I'm sat wearing my Honourbound Writer t-shirt in the sporting green, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't checked them out already, head to Honourbound, so that's honour-bound.co.uk/discount/Thrive Talking. Or follow the link in the bio to redeem your exclusive 15% discount. And that's for the brethren, that's for the listeners of Thrive Talking podcast, with a further 5% being donated to charities supporting UK military veterans. How great is that? Thrive Talking, Making Men Great Again podcast is all about supporting like-minded men on our journey together towards achieving greatness. So support the podcast today by treating yourself to some Honourbound merchandise. You will not regret it. Thank you.
Yes, Sam. So, as we touched on briefly at the start of the episode, this time around we're exploring what good morning really means and how to actually make morning good. So we'll talk about the different routines, rituals and regimes that can help you get off to an electric start. And we've already mentioned that sort of viral video that was trending not all that long ago, and a number of the other morning routines that are shared by influencers. But how realistic are those for most people, for the ordinary man? You and I, we're ordinary working blokes. We've got young children, we've got jobs, we've got commitments. We don't have an infinite amount of time that we can spend on a morning routine that lasts several hours. You know, we've got kids to get ready, to feed, chores to do at home, we've got a job to go to and work to do. So it's sort of really simplifying what a morning should look like for men and the do's and don'ts, and you know, just how to get yourself off to a good start. So how many men do you think actually struggle to get out of bed in the morning in today's age? And when they do wake up, do they actually do something productive?
Is that a question, Tommy?
If you want to answer it, then chime in.
I was just... The simple answer is I don't think there's many, because as we spoke about in the past, we live in a world where everything's rush, go, 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 go. You know, I don't know about you, but some people, they just get out of bed 5 minutes before they have to leave. There's absolutely no time for a morning ritual there whatsoever, is there? That's quite... I imagine that's quite common among a lot of men and women, to be honest. Generally, someone would get up, drink a coffee, get in the car, get out the house and go to work. I think that's quite... Would you say that's quite common, Tommy, for most people?
Absolutely. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, that'll be the norm for the vast majority of people. And they'll just be sort of in autopilot. There'll be no actual thought, or they'll not be present in the morning. It will be a case of get up, clothes on, eat something crap, quick coffee, off you go. And you know, for those parents out there, and the fathers, they're probably not doing the kids justice as well, for similar reasons. You know, kids up, just get them fed quickly, get them dressed, and get them shipped off to school or wherever they're going. It's a real shame. And what do you think most men do when they wake up? What's the first thing do you think most men do?
I don't know. I can only tell you what I do.
Well, we'll come to that shortly. But what I'm getting at is, I'd almost guarantee that the first thing that most people do is reach for the phone and start scrolling.
Yeah, that's probably about
right. I've got some interesting statistics here, Sam, which I think always helps because it sort of reinforces the message a little bit, doesn't it? But how many minutes snooze? Once, twice, 3 times, more on the alarm clock? Now, apparently, one study found that it's around 35%, and to be more specific, 58% of under 35-year-olds snooze at least once, and then 25% snooze at least 3 times.
Flipping heck. It's interesting, that, isn't it? Because why are they hitting snooze at all? I can't relate to this at all because I don't hit snooze ever. Once I'm up, I'm up. My body wakes up and that's it. So that is weird.
I think it's because they genuinely are struggling to get out of bed. One, because, you know, there's probably been the sleep quality's probably been really poor, and that's something we can speak about in the good night episode. But 2, they've probably got a lack of motivation. You know, there's no real appetite or desire to get out of bed because they're going. You know, it's the start of that we've spoken about, that mundane life, going through the motion, not thriving, nothing to be excited about getting up. Most people are probably going to a job that they hate, working for a boss that they hate. You know, there's no sense of purpose and passion about their lives, and it's that, I think you mentioned it before, Sam, living for the weekend sort of thing.
Yeah.
But why, you know, every day should be an opportunity to thrive, to achieve greatness, to love, to celebrate life. It shouldn't be a case of just soldiering through the week and trying to get to the weekend. It's really sad. It really is sad. And sort of following on from that, there is some more statistics, Sam. So going back to a couple of surveys that were done, they found that 81% of men pick up the phone and start scrolling as the first thing that they do.
Yeah, I am part of that 81%. Unfortunately, due to just all the my work, my career, my job, all the work comes through my phone, so I have to pick it up in the morning. I don't have a choice. And it's but it'd be interesting to know how many of that 81% are just scrolling on social media, or what are they doing on the phone? That's the thing, isn't it?
That's what it is. For I think the study sort of stipulated that it's going on socials or messaging people and stuff.
Is it? Okay.
I've got a question, Sam. Why you've mentioned that? Like, surely you're not like you don't start work like while you're still lying in bed on your phone. Like, there's got to be questions asked about that.
What do you mean, me personally?
Well, yeah, because you said that it's the first thing that you do, but it's because of work. But surely, like you get up and you do your thing first, then you start work.
Well, obviously, yeah, I go out to work, but I'm waking up and I'm checking emails on my phone, instead
Can
of...
it not wait, though?
It can wait, yeah. It definitely can wait. But because it's there, I'm turning over, and it's because I'm thinking about what I need to do for that day.
Yeah.
What I could do and what I should do is not look at my phone, go downstairs, do my thing, and look at my emails on the laptop instead, just to avoid going on the phone, basically, innit?
Yeah.
That would make more sense, but
And then we've spoken about like people getting the caffeine fix as well. So another statistic: how many men reach straight for their instant coffee that's laced with pesticides and mold? It could be tea for some people, which is equally as bad, unless you're sourcing, quality products. But 73%, that's for instant coffee.
Yeah.
And I should stipulate instant coffee that is laced full of crap and nasties, and is probably contributing towards sort of this chronic illness epidemic that we've seen.
Yeah.
And then further to that, how many men are eating the shreddies or frosties as soon as they can get their good hands on them?
Oh, that poison.
Go on. Would you like to hazard a guess, Sam, at how many men are eating the cereal first thing?
It's going to be very high, isn't it? It's going to be at
80s.
Least 80s. Yeah.
One study found 86%.
Oh God.
So that's
shocking.
That's not just having breakfast first thing, like when they get out of bed. It's literally straight downstairs, straight for the cinnamon grahams or the frosties or whatever it is. It's the Kyles of the world out there. They're going in the ball of shreddies.
And as far as I'm aware, mate, in America they've got all these. Well, over here as well, haven't they? Lucky Charms. I think that's quite a big one, isn't it? So I've heard.
Yeah, shocking.
And it's just basically a little cube of sugar, as far as I'm aware, with a bit of colour on it. Now, I don't know about you, but why would you want to start your day? Why would you want to start your system in the morning with a shed load of sugar? That's never going to go down well, is it? At all.
Yeah.
As far as the day goes on, it's going to get worse.
Well, you're gonna spike your blood sugar. You're gonna crash and feel miserable. You're not giving your brain any of the nutrients that it needs. You're not fueling your muscles with any of the stuff that it needs. You're causing a whole host of problems in your gut. It's just worst case scenario, really. It's shocking. And then I'm going to be a bit controversial with this last one, Sam.
Okay.
I think you might not even see this coming yourself, but I'm gonna point it out. Many men brush their teeth with chemicals that are harming their hormones and the gut microbiome and damaging the brain cells. And by that, I'm targeting fluoride.
Yeah, probably everyone.
Not quite.
90%.
No, again, it's 86% that one, and I'm one of the 14% that doesn't do that.
Oh well, of course you are. Hey, mate, listen, I'm one of them. I'll get the cheapest toothpaste on the shelf, and that'll do me. It cleans them. It makes them look not yellow.
Well, the beauty is, Sam, that some of the fluoride-free options are cheaper than conventional toothpaste.
I'll certainly look into that.
It's what I've been using for years, mate, and my teeth have never been healthier, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah. I've had that stuff. What you have before, and it tastes like absolute. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. It's not to my taste.
I don't. It tastes exceptional. What I use, I don't know if you might be on something else.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
There probably are some ghastly concoctions out there, but what I use is genuinely like really nice flavour.
All right, fair enough.
If that's if you want something that tastes nice. Anyway, so these are some of the barriers. So people hitting snooze, people picking the phone up when they're still in bed and scrolling, people drinking instant coffee and getting, I should stipulate, sort of getting caffeine as soon as they're out of bed, people eating cereals and processed foods. If you want to take me on and listen to me, people brushing their teeth with chemicals that you should not be putting in your body. So we'll discuss some of the do's and don'ts shortly. But in reality, Sam, what is a good morning? Why is a good morning routine so important?
Well, the obvious thing is straight away, you need to get your day started in the best possible way. And that's based off if you've had a good sleep,
day, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I'm saying this because I feel like you have to have a good sleep to really seize the day the best you can, don't you? In many ways, because you know what it's like. Bad sleep, you're gonna. But if you have had a bad sleep, you can probably still do things to get yourself going. And that might include a bit of caffeine, but not a heat load where you're going to crash during the day, or just if you can resist it, then your body will eventually, it will kick into day mode sort of thing. Your circadian rhythm will already have started through the sunlight, and it is important. Whatever you do in life, I guess most people as adults will be working.
Yeah.
You want to get up and get started, get thriving, and there's different ways you can do it, isn't there? Breakfast isn't necessarily something that you need, but we'll get onto that, I'm sure.
We certainly will.
And it is very important because you just want to start the day right, don't you?
Well, as I say, it sets the tone for the rest of the day, which will improve your productivity, your focus, your mental and emotional well-being. But if you just get up and you do something positive immediately, you'll feel good. You'll feel good about it. It'll help your physical health as well, your mental well-being, reduce stress. a sense of accomplishment, really. I remember reading about this years ago, Sam. Like, it was something so simple, like someone saying, like, make your bed, and by ticking off like a simple task like that, something so simple as making your bed when you've got out of it in the morning, as one of the first things that you do, you've already achieved something. You've already accomplished, like an objective, something off the to-do list, and it'll give you that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Which really does help set the tone and a positive trajectory for the rest of the day. You're setting yourself up to be successful and have a fulfilling day, which is fantastic.
And also, if you are sort of doing the same thing every morning, you know, you're setting that good habit, aren't you? Or
It becomes a ritual,
a healthy habit, let's say. Whether that be, if you do eat breakfast, eating something that's going to be nutritious, something that's going to fill you up.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's going to contribute to that. It's going to have a contribution to the long-term benefit. You know, if you're keeping that routine. Because I've said it many times, routines and goals are what's going to help you in life more than anything. And if you've got that goal to get up and get yourself in a good place mentally, physically, you're going to have a good day.
Absolutely, Sam. And even if you have had a bad night's sleep, or you don't feel like getting out of bed, or you know, for whatever reason you're not motivated when you wake up in the morning, if you have got that routine, that ritual that you stick to day in, day out, that's become habit, you will soon snap out of it. You'll just get up, you'll get on with it, and it'll trigger those positive sort of thoughts in your brain, and you'll soon snap out of it, and you'll get that sense of accomplishment, of achievement, and you'll feel good, and you know, you're not going to remain in that negative mindset for the rest of the day. If you did choose to sort of stay in bed or do things that you shouldn't necessarily be doing first thing in the morning.
Didn't know where you was going with that.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, mate. Yeah, sorry. So, Tommy, what about your ideal routine? What does that look like, and what do you think is something that'd make you thrive, sort of thing in the morning?
So, what my sort of ideal morning routine is doesn't necessarily accurately reflect how it all, you know, what happens each and every morning. But I do have like a couple of things that happen come what may, you know, and they are habit, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So for me, it is to get up early, and I'm not one of these people who say you should get up at 4 or 5 or 6, because everyone's got different circumstances, everyone's got different things going on in their life. Just find a time that, what I would say is find a time that works for you, that gives you enough time to complete your rituals and your regimes before you have to clock into work and start your day, or before you have to get your kids up and get them ready, whatever that might be. Just allow yourself enough time to do what you need to do. So for me, it would be to wake up at around 6 a.m. First thing I do, Sam, before I even you know, fully get out of bed, I'm sort of still sat on the side of the bed, is I start to hydrate myself. I always have a pint of water by my bedside, and I drink that before I even get out of bed. I then follow that up with a little bit of cold water. So, you know, a cold shower would be preferable. I'm not doing that at the moment because
oh dear.
I'm usually the first one up Monday to Friday for the most part, and I don't want to disturb other people who are still sleeping, Sam, including my child. because one shower is located directly next to his bedroom and it is really loud, and the other's in my bedroom, which would disturb the missus. So it's not that, but I do get some ice cold water and get it over the face. I have toyed with the idea of going outside and using the outdoor tap.
Absolutely, that's the best idea.
Because I'm going out there anyway, which I'll come on to. So they're the two first things that happen. I then go downstairs, I get another pint of water. I then like to get outside, get some sunlight, and obviously you will live in England, we're seasonal, so getting up at that time, there's not always going to be sunlight, it's going to be dark sometimes, but especially this time of year, spring through to sort of early autumn when it's still nice and light, get out there, get some sunlight in the eyes. If it's warm enough, get as much sunlight exposure on the skin as well. And do a little bit of breath work, take some deep breaths, feel the fresh air. I then like to do a little bit of light exercise and stretching.
Yeah.
And at the moment, this is sort of day on, day off for me. It's not as consistent as it should be, but I do some stretching. Usually, why I sort of combine that with the sunlight exposure and getting grounded as well. When it's not been raining, the lawn's not an absolute swamp, so I get on the grass, get grounded. So I'm benefiting from that. Get some sunlight, do some stretches, some breath work. I then like to do, and this is sort of a new thing, Sam, and I'd encourage, if you take anything away from this episode, this is one of the things that I would really encourage you to try, is I then do a dead hang.
Oh, yeah.
And
activating everything, isn't it?
It activates everything, and it also elongates the spine that's become compressed as you've been sleeping overnight. So it'll help decompress the spine, elongate it, activates the muscles, really sort of helps loosen you up, and I just feel so much better for it. And I'm getting a little bit of grip training into boot as well. I then like to do a little bit of light cardio, so I've got an exercise bike in the garage. I open the front door up with the direction that my house is facing. I've got the sunlight there as well, so I'm still getting that sunlight in the eyes, which is really important, and we'll come on to that later. And then just a few bodyweight movements, squats, press-ups, pull-ups now on the new equipment that I was speaking about earlier. And then, at this point, we're only sort of 15, 20 minutes in to the morning, so there's still ample time. I do like to do a little bit of meditation, prayer, practice gratitude, which was spoken about before, and those positive affirmations that I just think get you off to a fantastic start in the day and really sets that positive mind frame. And I like to do a little bit of reading when time allows it, so I'm following that. I usually have a couple of books on the go. Something that's sort of educational, or I do like to reach for the Bible in the morning as well and sort of set that positive tone, like I've said. So that's it for me, and then it would be into the working day. But
yeah,
that's sort of my ideal morning routine. If you've any questions or feedback on that, I'd be happy to elaborate or offer more detail.
It's quite what you've explained there. It seems quite a lot when you list it out like that. But I guess all what you've done there is quite a quick thing, isn't it? From waking up, drink, go outside, and then you're getting stuff done, aren't you, straight away?
It can genuinely, you can have all that done in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's just about getting up, isn't it? With ample time.
if people say, oh, I've not got time, like in the grand 30 minutes, it's not a lot. If you just set your clock to wake up 30 minutes earlier, you're giving yourself time to. You don't have to do all of that. You know, the main things would be, you know, I would say start hydrating yourself, get some water down there, get some sunlight, get some light movement in, some stretching, and then a little bit of meditation, prayer, breath work, gratitude, whatever your contemplate is. Just give you time to think about the day ahead and sort of have those positive thoughts going into the day that's going to help you tackle the day ahead.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely doable for everyone. That really, it's just about getting up. I think that'll be a major barrier for a lot of people, is that getting up, giving yourself time to do that. Because like I said before, a lot of people, I imagine, they just get up and they want to get out straight away, don't they? They don't want to give them that time to set themselves up for the day. So it's one of them,
isn't it? One of those. I used to be one of those people, Sam. And you probably know as well as anyone, Sam. We've been friends for a long time. I used to be absolutely shocking at getting up.
Yeah.
You know, I have been known to oversleep for a night shift in the past. Like I could not get out of bed for love nor money. I just didn't have any motivation, any desire to get out of bed. A lot of that linked in with a couple of different things. When I was younger, it was the sleep quality probably wasn't good. I was burning the midnight oil, playing games, watching videos on YouTube, watching TV shows, probably eating a lot of sugary food before bed, drinking caffeine before bed, doing a lot of crappy stuff that we'll discuss on the future episode for Good Night, Sam. But also down to the fact that I wasn't happy in my life. I wasn't thriving. I didn't have purpose or passion. So I thought, why would I get out of bed? What have I got to get out of bed for? What am I in any rush for? I'm only going to work anyway. That sort of mindset. So it all changed for me a couple of years ago, and I've just been gradually trying to improve what that morning routine looks like. And I've got to be honest, Sam. Like, it's not like that day in, day out. There are days where I still find it difficult, but there's just a couple of things that I always do. The sort of fundamentals, if you like, that I wouldn't have any other way. Yeah,
it's good. It's good. It's very good. That
you feel so much better for it, Sam.
You do.
Even when you're coming off the back of a bad sleep, and you know the alarm clock goes off, and you think, I really don't want to get up and go and do some exercise in garage. Like I'm knackered. I'm so tired. But once you're up and you're out there, you feel so much better for it.
Oh God, yeah. So,
what about you, Sam? Like, what's your ideal morning routine, and then what does it look like in reality? Like, and how does it differ? So, on a perfect morning, what would happen?
Ideally, in a perfect world, it'd be I would have had a good sleep. That would be the first thing. Hopefully, wake up. I won't be checking my phone because there's absolutely no need to, really. Get up. I'll try to get up early. I'm not an early person, but I feel like if you get up at a good time, you're starting right, like you said. I think 6, 7, something like that would be a good time to get up.
You're notoriously bad at getting up as well.
I'm well known throughout the world that I cannot get out of bed.
Loves asleep.
So, for me, I am speaking in an ideal world here, not necessarily what I do. Obviously, number one, cold shower. This is actually before exercise, I'd say, Tommy, because you know what it's like. That cold water's going to hit you like a train, and it's going to wake you up real quick. No matter what, if you want to do it or not, you got to force yourself in that water. You will feel like you can go and run through a brick wall after you come out of that cold shower or bath. Or if you don't want to do either, like you said, Tommy, you swill your face, don't you? I'm not having this. If you want to dip your head in a bowl of cold water with lemons and ice, then you probably will get some good effect from it because essentially it is cold. It's ice, isn't it? And on all you've got a lot of all the nerves are in your face, so there is some method to the madness. But yeah, get up, no phone, get in the cold shower. Then what I'd do is some form of exercise, whether that be going actually to the gym or going out for a run, whatever exercise you want to do, that's entirely up to you. Whatever you like doing. I know a lot of people like to get up and go out and go in for a run straight away. That's always a great idea if you like running.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's that little bit of more of an effort to get to the gym, presuming it's not round the corner from you and it's not next door. Or if you've got a home gym, great, even better. But I feel like that movement in the morning, very important. The sunlight and the grounding, also very important. But like you said, it's seasonal, innit? So what you can only do so much there, depending on where you live, really.
What I would say on that, Sam, is sort of in the winter time when it's not like when you're getting out of bed, is just as soon as there is some sunlight, just try and prioritise getting outside.
Yeah.
So even if it's 15-20 minutes on your break at work,
to
get that natural light in the eye and get that sun exposure.
Yeah, and it's a good point because we should really mention about the difference between doing this in, say, summer and winter. Because you feel completely different, don't you, in them seasons? That the darker, the shorter days, the darker nights, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. Motivation is seriously at an all-time low when you're getting up and it's still dark and you're setting out to work. But still, you can still put these principles in place just without the sunlight, depending on how early you get up. But that morning sun is so important, and it's just so important. It's almost like plugging your phone in to put on charge, isn't it? It's literally charging your body up. You get that sun in your eyes, and you feel it straight away. It's like when you go mentally, yeah. When you go on holiday, it's funny that when you go on holiday to a nice sunny, warm climate, getting up at 6 a.m. is no problem at all, is it? Exactly. Because you're straight in that sun, you're charged up and you're ready for the day. So yeah, pretty simple there, mate. Get up, no phone, cold shower, move your body, get in the sunlight, and lastly, I will say, if you do eat, then make sure it's not some crap cereal. Make sure it's not any bread or anything like that. You don't want your body to start the day on some refined carbs or refined sugar. Ideally, you want to start with a good protein source, don't you? And I'm going to say it, Tommy, eggs. Get them eggs in. There's a reason people across the world eat eggs in the morning. It's no secret. It's for a reason, because it's going to fill you up. It's going to make you feel good. And it's going to give your body the nutrition it needs.
Certainly is, my friend. So, moving on from that, Sam, some people might be questioning the absence of certain things from your morning routines. So it's probably a good time to get into the do's and don'ts and a little bit of background on that.
Yeah, sure. So
I'll start with the don'ts, Sam. And obviously, feel free to chime in and offer your thoughts on this as well. But for me, I've come to this over a couple of years now, sort of research and study and trial and error. But the main don'ts for me is don't pick up that phone and start scrolling.
Yeah.
avoid the temptation. Don't let the first light that's going into your eye be that artificial blue light on your phone, and don't waste time. Before you know it, 5, 10, 15 minutes will have passed of you lying in bed on your phone when you could have been up doing this thing that you apparently don't have time to do.
Yeah.
To set the tone.
Yeah.
So that would be the first thing, and then I'd as an adjunct to that, I'd sort of say TV as well, because I've known a lot of people who the first thing they'll do is they'll get out of bed, they might brush their teeth, get changed, but they will go down and sit in front of the TV before they head out to work or do whatever they're doing, and just avoid that at all costs as well. The next don't for me, and this will surprise a lot of people, yourself included, Sammy, and it's caffeine, and I'm not demonising caffeine. I'm an absolute coffee snob, and it's a very important part of my extended morning routine, shall we say it. But I think one of the worst things you can do is drink a caffeinated beverage as soon as you get up. And one of the main reasons for that, and it's been a game changer for me, Sam, is I first heard it on. Have you heard of a guy called Thomas DeLauer?
I've not, no. Do tell.
He's an American. He's an American sort of. He's in the health and fitness world, and he was one of the first sort of major players for keto diets and stuff like that. But he's in incredible shape. He's very knowledgeable. And he pointed out something about your cortisol levels. So naturally, they're very high in the morning when you first wake up, and it's a natural process that your body's very clever. Your cortisol levels are very high for a reason, which is obviously the stress hormone. And caffeine will interfere with that natural process, and it'll actually spike your cortisol further and make it too high, which can be quite damaging. And again, it will interfere with that natural process. So it helps control sort of that flow of cortisol, and it'll enhance your alertness and your mood if you delay the intake of caffeine. So I think they said a sweet spot's like 90 minutes to 2 hours after you first woke up. So as I say, like, I absolutely love freshly ground coffee, but I do wait. I get that sort of routine out the way first, then I make a coffee, then I start work. I always make sure it's at least an hour before I do consume caffeine, and I'd encourage everyone to do that. I'd also got to stress that I think the quality of the caffeine that you're consuming is really important as well. Sam, I think I touched on it earlier by sort of half joking but half serious, that people are drinking coffee that's laced with pesticides and mould. And tea bags aren't much better as well, full of plastic and pesticides. If tea's your morning tipple rather than coffee, which it is for many people in England, of course. But I've chosen now, Sam, only to drink lab-tested coffee that's organic, and that it comes with a certificate so that it's free of any toxins.
Yeah.
And it's so clean. There's no crash, there's no jitters. I'm going back a couple of years now, but I sort of became sensitive to caffeine, or I thought it was, and I started feeling terrible when I drank caffeine. I felt really miserable. Made me a little bit anxious, made me feel a little bit nauseous. And I did a bit of research and found that it could have actually been like the toxins that were in the coffee that I was drinking. It blew my mind, really. So I went down this bit of a rabbit hole researching it, and I got this. I've tried several different brands, but I got this lab tested coffee, and it's just been a game changer for me. Feel incredible. It's turned it into sort of an healthy part of my routine. Following on from that, I'd say there's another don't, food. And again, controversial, Sam, because
It's interesting, that one, yeah.
you know, being brought up, the first thing I did before I went to school, the first thing I used to get out of bed, eat some food, straight to school, and that was the sort of the habit that I took into my own life as an adult away from home. And I was always someone who the first thing I'd do is go and consume food. So most people will prioritise getting something to eat first thing in the morning, Sam. As I said, you know, for many years I was someone who did that as well. But I think delaying the first meal of the day is beneficial, and we probably need to do an episode dedicated to fasting and intermittent fasting, but that's something that's really worked for me in recent years. And even if you don't necessarily subscribe to fasting as such, I'd still delay that first meal somewhat until you've done these other things that we've spoken about, Sam, as part of your morning routine. But some of the research suggests that, you know, why you should avoid food first thing is it can improve your blood sugar control. It can improve your gut microbiome and your gut health. It can help with your circadian rhythm, which will help with your sleep and how easily you wake up.
Yeah.
Energy levels. And obviously, it's good for fat burning as well. So that's one thing that I would say. I personally wait until usually around 12:30, 1 o'clock before I have my breakfast, which is a strange concept to many people, but it really works well for me. So I'd certainly suggest that people avoid reaching for food as soon as they get up, and when they do come to having the first meal, exactly what you said there, Sam, that, you know, eggs, it shouldn't be anything else.
Literally, there's nothing else. It does depend on how late you had your meal before you went to bed as well, doesn't it? I guess, and a lot of factors come in where you think, like, what your specific lifestyle, you know, sort of where you're up to in sort of your chapter of your life. If you need food in the morning, if your body craves food as soon as you wake up, then eat, but make sure you eat the right things.
As we've always said as well, absolutely. As we've always said, Sam, if you're thriving with your current routine, if that involves getting up and having your eggs first thing, then great. You know, if that works for you, then that's great. You know, take what we're saying with a pinch of salt if that's the case. If you truly feel like you're thriving and you're achieving greatness with your current schedule, then all power to you. And then the final thing on that don't list for me, Sam, is hit that snooze button.
Yeah.
So
don't do it.
In terms of do's, the list of do's, I would start that off with hydrate. I think it's so important that you hydrate yourself when you wake up.
Yeah.
As I say, it's literally the first thing that I do is I get a pint of water down, at least, and then I'll get another one when I get downstairs in the kitchen. Then a bit of cold water. If you can get a shower, fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's you know, we've spoken in a lot of detail about cold water therapy, Sam, on this podcast, and we'll continue to do so, and I like the benefits of it. But you said before, didn't you, like it does just it wakes you up, it makes you feel alert. You know, and if you are feeling a little bit tired or a little bit lethargic, it will snap you out of that quickly if you get into some cold water.
Just a bit. And if you really want, you can combine the two. You can open your mouth and drink the water while it's going on your body. If you're that strapped for time, we'll get into that.
We certainly will. Yeah, as long as there's a filter on the shower head.
Yeah.
But one for a future one, Sam. But sunlight and grounding would be on the do list as well. Absolutely. I think after hydrate and cold water, I think sunlight is probably, if you don't believe in grounding or you don't want to try it, then that's up to you. I'd encourage you to do so, but the fundamental is the sunlight. You've got to get that natural light in the eye, on the skin. Again, it'll help your circadian rhythm. It'll help wake you up. It'll encourage positive thoughts. It's just so beneficial for your health to get that sunlight in the morning, with the rays that it's giving off at that time as well. The type of light that it's giving off, it's just incredible for your health and well-being. A little bit of breath work, I'd say. Do some focused breath work, even if it's just a minute or two. Some really conscious breathing, and be really specific with that. Open them lungs up in the chest. A little bit of time for contemplate, Sam, and you don't have to sit there for an hour. Just give it 5 minutes to have a think about your day. It could be a time for meditation. You can incorporate that into your breath work. It could be a moment of quiet time, reflection, prayer, gratitude. Oliver Sweeney on last week's episode spoke about he has a little journal that he writes in the morning, and that's been big for him. And then definitely some stretching, some light movement. Even if you're not going to get a workout in, just at least get some light movement done and some stretching. Go for a walk if you can't do anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
They're the major do's and don'ts for me, Sam. I don't know if you've anything to add. Or
no, you've nailed it there, mate. To be honest, I know, especially we go from the top, the hydrate. Sorry, with the list of do's. When you think about it, you've been lied, basically unconscious for 8 hours. Your body needs a lot of things in the morning, doesn't it? When it wakes up, it needs things to get itself going. And hydration, you're right. It has to be number one. You've not drank anything for 8 hours. If you sleep for 8 hours, nothing's gone in your body. You need something to get in there, and that really should be water, shouldn't it? Like you said, don't go. The first thing that should hit your stomach is water.
Absolutely.
Because why would you want to put anything else in your body to start the day? And this is where people will be going wrong. Like we've said, the caffeine is the first thing that they're drinking in the form of instant coffee. And generally, if we look back to our ancestors, they're not going to be guzzling down coffee as the first thing in the day, are they? No. It just doesn't make any sense. But most people, you wake up, you're sluggish, you're tired. Oh, I need a coffee. Where's my coffee? It should be a get up. It should be, where's my glass of water? Where's my glass? And we are human, aren't we, Tommy? We can't say that. I personally, I don't actually like coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I'm all right for that.
I've never needed it. Aren't you?
I do drink tea, but what you're looking at, like 20 milligrams of caffeine in tea, it's just it's nothing compared to coffee.
I think it is a bit of a misconception that there is. I mean, it depends on the blend of tea that you drink, but
generally a tea bag is very little, very little. So
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, number one, definitely get that water in you. I think I read something on, Cristiano Ronaldo. The first thing he does is guzzle like a pint of water in the morning just to hydrate himself. And look at him, he's fittest man on the planet at 40 years old, still at the top of his game. Yeah, definitely cold water, 100%. Shock your body. Get that engine going, and cold water's going to do that. Sunlight, 100%. Charge yourself up. If you have the time to do the breath work, brilliant. And yeah, with the meditate, the prayer, the gratitude, I like what Sweeney said last week about writing something down. Just give yourself a couple of, even just a minute to write something down. You know, even if you're just going to write down what you're going to do that day, or even if it's something as simple as writing down, right, I'm going to get in my car now and go to work, or I'm going to do this thing after work, or some, just anything. Just literally write anything. It'll engage your brain as well, won't it?
Absolutely. So something that really works for me, Sam, on that is that, again, I know not everyone sort of believes in an higher power, and you don't have to do this. Do what works for you. But I genuinely I'm thankful that I've been given another day. When I open my eyes in the morning and I wake up, because none of us are promised tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. So the fact that I've been given the opportunity to live another day, I am genuinely grateful for that, and I see it as a real blessing. And that's how I sort of practice gratitude in the morning. The fact that that I've had a good night's sleep, I am thankful for that good night's sleep.
Yeah,
I'm thankful that I've got the ability to actually get out of bed and have access to clean drinking water, and to go outside and get some sunlight, and to do these things. It's stuff that a lot of people take for granted. And I think it's going back to last week's episode, Sweeney said about going shopping. People see it as a nuisance, but it's actually a luxury, it's a privilege.
Yeah.
All of these things are, and that's how we should look at it.
Definitely, just on the do's. Moving your body in the morning is, I think it's so important. Like I said just before, you've been lied down for 8 hours, solid. Your body needs to move and get going again. Get them muscles activated. Get your everything going. Get your blood rushing to all parts of your body.
What about the dead hang, Sam? Are you going to give it a whirl?
I will. I think that's a great idea. I know all about it. I don't actually have anything to hang on in my house, but generally, if I'm training, in the gym or whatever, because I'm again training for a triathlon again, I'm training in the morning because I don't know about you, but obviously anytime you train really in whatever capacity, you feel fantastic after it. So why not do that in the morning and set your day up to the best it can be? Get in that gym. All that dopamine's flying through your body. You're right, ready to take on the day now. And all you've done is, it doesn't have to be an hour in the gym. It can be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, as long as you're doing something and you exert yourself in a certain way. You're ready for the day. So, yeah, totally with you, mate, on them.
Beautiful. So, key takeaways, Sam, for me, I mean, it's just reiterating those do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
It would be get yourself up at a reasonable time that gives you enough time to prioritise some of these do's. And there shouldn't be any excuses, really. It doesn't need to be hours on end. It can just be 15, 20 minutes, half an hour of a job. Hydrate yourself, get some cold water, get some sunlight, practice gratitude, do a bit of breath work, do some stretching and light movement. And if you've got time for it, get some exercise, some more rigorous exercise in. That's it. Avoid caffeine first thing, avoid food, avoid your phone. Simple as that. It's not, as we've said previously, Sam, it's not rocket science.
It's not, is it?
Give it a go.
That's our main catchphrase, isn't it, at the minute? It's not rocket science.
It certainly is. It's trending.
And preaching common sense is what I say quite a lot as well.
We're preaching common sense, brother.
Preaching common sense. But yeah, definitely. I've just rattled through it there, mate. But yeah, hydrate, cold water, get the sun in your eyes, and move your body. I think is quite simple, isn't it? Really. And as for the don'ts, yeah, I agree with you. Don't get that caffeine hit straight away. Definitely wait. See what your body does first thing. And if you find yourself needing that boost mid-morning, then yeah, go for it. But let your body settle into the day first. Definitely.
And just sort of how that links into actually thriving and sort of the pillars, if you like, and why it's so important. Like, just as we've said before, it sets the tone for your day. It gets you off to a positive start. It influences everything. If you get out of bed in the morning in a bad mood, you're not feeling great because you've got bad habits. It's going to affect your relationships and how you connect with people. It's going to affect your motivation to challenge yourself and be better. It's obviously fuel and recovery. It's in the, we spoke about food and quality of sleep and stretching and cold water, and all that's incorporated in fuel and recovery. So you're getting that wrong straight away. You're probably not going to be in the right frame of mind to play and have fun.
Yeah.
If you've not got your day off to a good start, and then you're not getting that contemplating again as well if you're not making time for it in the morning. So I think that really highlights why it is so important to get your morning routine right and get off to a good start.
Yeah, 100%. You when you're happy, it reflects on other people, doesn't it? And if you're productive, then you can push that onto other people. So start as you mean to go on.
That's what we're all about, Sam. That's why we're doing the podcast. We want men to be happier and be healthier.
We do.
So for those who want a little bit more of the scientific background on everything that we've spoken about today, because we do try and deliver this in simple terms, but I would highly encourage people to check out Andrew Huberman's video and podcast on a morning routine, and also Paul Saladino's as well. Both well known in the health and fitness world and in podcasting and YouTube. Great content on morning time routines. And as I said, they offer a little bit more of the scientific background on everything that we've said.
Yeah.
If you want, and as always, don't take Sam and I's word for it. Go out there and do your own research. But I think, and do a bit of trial and error and find what works for you. But I think you'll come to the same conclusions. And if nothing else, I encourage you to at least try some of what we've spoken about today.
Yeah. Please do.
Sam,
Tommy,
it's that time, mate. It's the time that you dread every week when I ask you if you've been boiling your eggs in the morning. It's the accountability segment and today's power pledge. So we'll not spend too much time on this, Sam, because it's obviously something that we recap on every week. But just how have you been incorporating the thriving 5 pillars this past week or so, Sam? And has there been any progress? Are things going well, or has there been any barriers?
Yeah, so the main one would be the connect for me this past weekend just gone. Mainly so connecting with my son, which I think, as always, I always say is the most important thing or person that I should be connecting with in my life. We went away on holiday. Nothing fancy, just a caravan. Little caravan holiday. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's brilliant. There was a lot of really wholesome and nice moments, a lot of nice connecting moments.
Wonderful.
We did. I know we spoke before this, but we did the connect. We did a lot of play. We had many games of catch on the beach because that's the level that a 6-year-old is at the minute. It's catch and kick the ball,
And
which
you're
is
connecting with nature there, Sam, as well. You're getting your
I am
in.
on the beach. Yeah. We're playing catch. We're playing football. We're digging in the sand together, and we're having conversations. It's not like we're not putting the world to rights, but we're having conversations.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. that's my main part of the connect, the play. The diet, Tommy. This is what the people want to know, innit?
It is.
The people
Go
want to
down
call
to
me
the
out on my
seats.
diet. As I was on holiday, the diet wasn't, it wasn't fantastic. I did take a dozen eggs to the caravan with me.
Oh,
They did all
yes.
they did all get eaten. So I could have succumbed to the usual restaurant food and the sandwiches and stuff, but I didn't. I did stick to my eggs in the morning. I do practice what I preach, even when away. But
Shells
again,
on or off?
shells on, shells on with butter. Shells. I butter the outside of the shell and just put it in. That's the best way to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, trying to keep that in, mate. But I am susceptible to a sandwich every now and then. I'm not going to lie to the listeners. We're honest on this podcast.
That's what it's all about.
So, but generally, I'm fully animal based with all my meals. I'm the eggs, I'm the meat, the honey, the organic. I have organic milk. I can't get any raw at the minute, but I get on the organic milk and I'm eating the best of the best butter, which is Kerrygold, as we know. So, yeah, that's where I'm up to, mate. How about you?
Good man. Yeah, so things are going quite well, Sam, really, to be honest. The only major change for me, it's business as usual with everything that we speak about each and every week. But the main thing for me now has been that little bit more exercise that I've been getting in. As I said, I've just got that pull-up bar and dip station, so I've been dead hanging every day. I've been getting some pull-ups and dips in. And I've been doing that in the form of the micro workout, Sam, which is something I've mentioned before. Whereas I'm sort of not in there for a 45 minutes, an hour at a time doing a workout. I go in sort of intermittently throughout the day. So I'll do it in the morning. I'll then have a break away from work and do it. I'll nip out at lunchtime and do it. I'll pop in again after work and do it. And I'm just going in throughout the day, getting a few sets done and tackling it like that. And that's something I've done for a number of years now, these micro workouts. And I find it's a great way of doing it.
It is, isn't it? It's different, isn't it? It's very different. And it's not something I'd ever think about doing. I like getting a workout done. And that's it, you know what I mean, for the day. One or two a day.
I'm not taking anything away from that, and I still want to incorporate like a proper training session in a couple of days a week where I'm moving some proper weight or I'm doing something very specific for a proper period of time and getting that full workout in, because that's so important as well. But it's just been a way for me to because I'm chained to a desk with my job, it's been a way for me to get away from the desk and get some movement in throughout the day. And I've not had access to a gym as well, it's just helped me sort of maintain a little bit of that strength and fitness as well. So it's been a game changer for me, Sam.
Good. Mixing it up, innit?
Yeah, and as I said, it's business as usual with everything else. Connections have been superb. Weather's been nice. Had some days out with the missus and the lad. We've been celebrating a couple of birthdays, lots of quality family time. Relaxing of an evening in front of the fire, putting the world to rights, having
brilliant,
deep, meaningful conversations. It's been fantastic, mate. Food's been really good for the most part. It's been great. The next thing really now is a challenge. I've had a few bits and bobs on, so I'm ready to take on a bit of a challenge now. So I'll keep you posted.
Did you succumb to a bit of cake for the missus's birthday? And be honest. Be honest.
No, I'm always honest, mate. That's what we're about. I had a slice
she
of cake.
told me. She told me you were stuffing your fat face. She said. That
Did
were
she?
her words. Yeah.
I think, yeah. I did have some cake and I enjoyed it, and I'm not going to feel bad about that. But
No, it's
I
all
think
right.
fat face is a little bit unfair considering I'm ripped considering I'm ripped to shreds. I look like I've been chiseled out of stone here, my friend.
Is that what? At least you're confident, anyway.
So
That's good. I like
yeah.
it.
No, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, no one's perfect, are they?
Um,
No, but it's good to hear. It's good to hear, other than shoveling in your fat face.
hey.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
connecting. You know, you're doing everything right, aren't you? And like we
There's
said, we
always
are humans. We do things. We can eat cake when we want because we are adults, aren't we? You know, we're allowed to.
And do you know what, Sam? Like, I've said this to someone before. Like, I think over the past few years, with the way I've eaten and the habits that I've created for myself, I've got like metabolic flexibility now, and it's probably something to speak about in a future episode. But
Hmm.
I find that I can get away with an occasional treat
Yeah, it's good.
because of what I'm eating and the habits that I've got. Like, I don't I don't suffer as a consequence of eating a bit of cake like on a
Yeah.
birthday or something like that. So it's not having yeah. Granted, it's not ideal, but it's not having too negative an impact on me personally. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's good, mate. Like, you know, my current thing is like you, dark chocolate,
oh,
but really high percent dark chocolate. You know, I've got an 85% bar here at the minute in front of me. I'm not, you know, and you know yourself, you can only eat a square or two, can't you? And that's enough, really. And
that's
it satisfies that itch, doesn't it? Something sweet.
I well. I
It's
mean,
not even sweet.
we spoke about coffee, didn't we, and stuff, and
Mm,
dark chocolate. I love really like bitter, strong flavors, and as you
yeah,
know, I've been on dark chocolate for a long time, and it's an health food really, but it also satisfies that sort of chocolate craving if you've got one once you've become
yeah.
accustomed to how it tastes and you can it's palatable to you. I 85% is the minimum for me. I think it's absolutely delicious, but I've had some 90% stuff up recently. We
Pushing it.
just I think it would. You've got to be careful again, as we say to people, Sam. Read the ingredients because even on some of the high percentage stuff, there's some bizarre stuff thrown in sometimes. But what you're looking for is like obviously 90%, 85% cocoa or cacao,
Oh.
and then a tiny little bit of cane sugar, and that's really all it should have in there.
Luke, I've literally got it in front of me now, so I'll tell you exactly what's in this. And this is the best dark chocolate from Morrison's, just as a if anyone wants to go and look.
Has
But
it
it's
got vanilla
cocoa.
extract?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
soil leucine.
no,
Oh, we're doing
no.
well. We're doing well,
It's
sir.
cacao mass, sugar, cacao butter, emulsifier, and that's it. Which I think, you
Uh,
know, there is sugar in it, but it's other than that.
well, the sugar's such a small amount.
Oh
Um,
yeah. It is literally it's 2 grams per fifth of a bar, which is nothing really, is it? In the grand scheme
the,
of things.
the dark chocolate works so well for me, Sam. And
Yeah, I
I
love
do
it.
I do 2 squares a day.
Yeah. I'm similar, mate. Yeah, I am very similar. It
Yeah,
just satisfies me after a meal.
it's
Gives me that
nice.
treat.
It's nice. That's great.
Anyway,
So
moving on.
this week's pledge, Sam, I'll let you do the honours, sir. Relating to
This
your morning routine, what you're going to do differently?
okay. Number one is I'm going to do the number one. I'm going to hydrate myself instantly because you know I don't drink coffee or tea in the morning anyway. but I'm also not really hydrating myself straight away. I'm just sort of, not really doing anything, to be honest. I'm the only thing I do is the cold shower, so that's going to stay the same.
Fantastic.
Other than that, I'm gonna leave my phone until I have to actually, get out in the car, because I don't actually need to look at it. You're right. I genuinely don't need to look at it. It's more for my own satisfaction, really. And as soon as I pick it up, I'm on social media, so that needs to stop. And something I've already been doing, get straight outside because it's been sunny. I like that feeling of the sun charging me up in the morning.
Nothing better.
Yeah, I love it. And then I do often train in the mornings, but it depends, because I'm in the triathlon mode again. I do have certain sessions what start in the evening, and there's nothing I can do about that. It's their timetable more than mine. So most of the time I have to wait till evening. So yeah, that's it, mate. For me, what about you?
I'm going to keep it really simple for me, Sam. It's going to get a little bit more cold water in the morning.
Yeah, good.
So I have actually got a gun that is attached to my hose pipe on the outdoor tap, and it's got a shower setting on it. So I'm just going to give myself a blast down with that before I go into the garage and do some exercise.
Good. I like that.
And then other than that, Sam, for me, I went into quite a lot of detail on my morning routine. It's consistency, because it's not every single morning. It's sort of every other morning that I'm following that full routine. So it's just giving myself time to do that consistently each and every morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my pledge. Get some more cold water on the body rather than just the face.
Yeah, nice. It's a good one. That cold water is always going to be a favourite of mine, as you know. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Now, Sam, moving on. It's time for a new segment. How exciting!
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
So, you and I are both musicians, songwriters.
Yeah.
We like a good tune. This podcast is all about motivation. We speak a lot about physical well-being and training. So I had the idea. Let's have a little segment. Sort of what are you listening to? And each week we'll add a song to the playlist. The Thrive Talking Podcast presents Train Great Again. And we'll open this up to the brethren. Send us a song in to add to the playlist for when you're training. And we'll add it to the playlist. And it's actually an open playlist that I've created on YouTube Music for anyone who wants to dial into it.
Oh, that's a good idea, Tommy. I like it. So what you're saying is you kind of want a song from me that I'd train to, or that sort of motivates me, would you say?
Yeah, just a song that's good to listen to while you're working out, while you're training, that gets you pumped up. And we'll add one each week.
Okay. Have you anything in mind? Because you've got me there.
I've got so many, Sam. I've got so many.
There's so many songs. Yeah, there's so many songs I love. It's just what really gets me going.
Do you want me to start us off then, Sam? While you have a think, because I didn't prepare you for this. It was a surprise to you as well as the listeners. So what I'm going to put in, and it's sort of in keeping with recent events, Sam, and someone we've spoken about in past episodes. I'm going to put in a song by Rick Derringer, and it's Real American, which was Hulk Hogan's entrance song for a while. A couple of reasons why that's going in. It's sort of nostalgic from back in the day with the Hulkster's entrances to the ring. and it's got a nice guitar riff. It gets you fired up. But I also like the lyrics, and I thought they were very poignant to the podcast and what we speak about. So some of the lyrics here.
I'm a real American. Fight for what you're right. Fight for what's right. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Ignore the bit about American because we're obviously English, but fight for the rights of every man. But there's one verse that says, I stand strong about right and wrong. I don't take trouble for very long. And I just like that. You know, we're all about what's right and wrong on this podcast. And encouraging men to take a stand. So there you have it.
Love that. So mine is, again, weirdly enough, someone who passed away at the same time as Hulk Hogan, and it's Ozzy Osbourne. Specifically Black Sabbath, and it's the song War Pigs. I'm sure you're familiar with War Pigs. It's one of the most famous songs by a long way, isn't it? I just like there's no real connection to the Good Morning. It's more just a song that's just very powerful, and really gets me going. A big riff, a big guitar riff, and the words in it are incredible as well. You know, due down to the plagues of war, I guess.
There you go, my friend. It's being added to the playlist as we speak.
Fantastic. I see it, mate. Yeah, good one, that, Tommy. Nice one. So, moving on from that, it's time for everyone's other favourite segment. It's Room 101. What we're getting rid of.
What's your favourite at this point?
Of course, mate, of course. What we're getting rid of, what we're wiping off the earth. Have you any thoughts on this?
Wiping off the face of the earth.
Yeah, if only.
I've got a few thoughts on this, Sam, and I'm going to keep it relevant this week to what we've been talking about. So I'm going to put the snooze button in Room 101, and my motto for the week is bring back cuckoo clocks.
That's a great idea. Oh, it reminds me of my grandparents' house. They used to have one in there, and I thought it's just such a little brilliant little thing there on the wall. But they're not seen anywhere anymore, are they?
Not at all.
No one's got a cuckoo clock anymore. Where would you even get one from? Amazon.
We'll have to make one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
So I'm keeping it really simple.
Snooze button.
Cuckoo.
Oh, what am I getting rid of then? What am I getting rid of? I'm going to get rid of, I think, sugary cereals that are marketed to children, I'd say. You know, bright coloured marketing on the front. I'm thinking like more what you said about Shreddies, but as well as like, you know, the frosted versions of different cereals with Tony the Tiger on and stuff like that, and the Lucky Charms, what look like this amazing box of goodness, and it's a box of poison, let's just say. So that's what I'll get rid of, Tommy, if that's all right. It's going straight in.
Well, I think it's great, Sam, because we're removing the ability for people to hit snooze and have longer in bed than they need instead of getting up and thriving and seizing the day. And we're also removing one of the worst breakfast option for most people, and we heard that 86% are on breakfast cereals. And
exactly, yeah.
Sam, you've just spoken about the marketing and the branding of these companies. It should be illegal. It's designed to sort of capture the attention of children, and then the food itself is addictive when they start eating it. Why don't eggs have a mascot and a colourful packet and advertise that to children instead?
Yeah, this is true, because they obviously don't make as much money, do they, eggs.
We could
that they do
go
on,
down a dark rabbit hole here, Sam, and go all conspiracy theorist on people, but it's very simple. It's very simple. Keep your kids away from that garbage and don't eat it yourselves.
Yeah, simple as that. Simple as that.
I'm a recovering cereal addict myself, Sam. I'll openly admit it. I'm going back like over 5 years now, but I was known to dust a full box of cereal off like in one sitting.
I can see that. You know what? I've never been a cereal guy.
Have you?
Yeah, not even as a kid. Never had a bowl of cereal really. It's more bread for me, toast, lashings of butter. But
there we have it, Sam.
Well,
I enjoyed that. That was good. So next time on Thrive Talking, we'll be sharing a conversation with another special guest. To be revealed at a later date. But the episode following that will be the sister episode to today's, and it will be entitled Good Night, How to Make Your Night Good. And it'll tie in really nicely with today's episode and probably follow the same structure. So, as always, get in touch via our email address, thrivetalkingpodcast@gmail.com, or via the chat functions on our social media pages. Send in your questions, feedback. Tell us about how you're incorporating the Thriving 5 pillars in your life and how they're helping you thrive. Tell us about your morning routine and how it compares with Sam and I's, and tell us your thoughts on the do's and don'ts, and if you're going to incorporate any of those into your own routine going forwards.
Fabulous, Tommy. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share what we do on the social medias. Like I said in previous podcasts, we've discovered TikTok now, and it's it's a brilliant thing. And I don't. It's not something I spend a lot of time on. I'll put our stuff on and I'll disappear. But it's brilliant for getting content out there and also getting information as well. Because of what we're saying, if you don't think what we're saying is right, you can go on TikTok and find someone else who might be reiterating it, just like we are. But yeah, please follow us on there on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and we'll have all the links there ready in the description for you.
Beautiful. Thanks, Sam. Now, one final thing before we say our goodbyes. It wouldn't be Thrive Talking without a little nugget of wisdom for the brethren, Sam. So, have you got anything for them to consider and ponder ahead of next week's episode?
I have my little nugget of wisdom this week is just this quote, and it's quite simple, as it always is. So it goes, every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day.
I like
so
it.
There you go. If you can find that something good in every day, you're going to have a good day.
There's always a positive, isn't there, Sam? No
matter always.
How bleak it might have looked. If you can find that positive, then yeah, I like that, Sam.
What about you, mate?
Sharing. Well, it's a quote from someone who's made several appearances on the Nuggets of Wisdom segment already, Sam, and it's because he was such a fantastic man, and he literally wrote a book full of them.
Yeah.
And it's the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius.
Top man.
And today's quote is, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love."
Nice. That is so poignant, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are privileged to get up every day, aren't we? We literally are. And you should just make the most of every day. And that starts with a great morning, doesn't it?
I love that one, my friend.
Love that one. Fabulous, Tommy. So, we're finally at the end of this podcast, number 11. And hopefully you'll join us on the next. But you've been listening to Thrive Talking, the Making Men Great Again podcast. Bye-bye.
God bless.